Hey folks, just wanted to take a second here and tell you what I think our greatest challenge is. Our greatest challenge is to fight our fear and restore our freedom. The government has used fear tactics to take away a good deal of our freedoms. When you look at the kind of things that are going on right now, with our phone calls being listened to, with people being arrested and not given due process. Our freedoms are being taken away from us, and we're letting the government do it. The Patriot Act takes away a lot of our freedoms, and we let them do it because we're afraid. And what are we afraid of? We're afraid of terrorism. One of the things we've done recently is we've allowed the government to call terrorism a war. The war on terrorism. And because of that, the president has used his authority under war to do all sorts of things that would never have been thought of in the past. Terrorism isn't a war. We know that. There is no winning a war against terrorism. Now you can stop individual terrorists and you can punish terrorists. Terrorists are criminals. They're criminals. They're murderers. They're mass murderers sometimes. But they're murderers. It's not a war. These are criminals, and we need to treat them like criminals. And we need to go after them, and there's no question about that. But it's not a war. It's a war that can't be won. Terrorism has always existed, and it always will exist. There's no doubt about that. So we need to change our thinking on terrorism. Terrorism is not a war. And if we let the government treat it as a war, we're going to give away our freedom, and it's never going to come back, because terrorism is not going to go away. We need to fight it. We need to put our efforts into doing the things that will truly protect us from terrorists. But fighting wars and calling it a war on terrorism is not the answer. It's not the answer. It's misdirection. So I think we need to refocus our efforts on integrity. We need to get back to the idea that our politicians shouldn't be lying to us. They shouldn't be lying to us. And we know when they're lying to us. We need to let them know we know. And that they can't just smile and spout the same rhetoric and use the same fear tactics and just continue on doing what they want to do. We've got to change things. The midterms proved that we can change things. We can make a difference. And we need to remember that. We need to take advantage of that. We need to push that. We need to push Congress into doing what we want done. Congress needs to stop this war. We sent that message. And this non-binding resolution needs to be pretty damn binding. They need to stick by their guns. If they need to defund the war, they need to defund the war. That's the only power they have to stop this war, and they need to stop it. If you want to support our troops, stop this damn war. Anyway, I'm getting a little off track here. But integrity is the key to this thing. We need to get back to integrity. We need our officials in Washington to quit spinning every damn thing. We need them to quit operating in self-interest and in the interest of corporations and in making money. We need to look back at our country and focus our attentions on our problems. We need to educate our children. We need to get our people some opportunity so that we can compete in this world. That will get us back where we were. That's what we need. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks.